Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a different type of review recap show. This is pre-recorded. Just bear with us. There's some scheduling conflict, so we're gonna get right into it.
It's the West. I go by the name of P. Grant. And I'll be your host for the evening. They say it's all about numbers. Some niggas chasing likes. Some niggas chasing views, streams. For me, I chase dollars, and that's the difference. Riding through the city like Eddie, I got my semi on me. Bitches better tie up their shoes if they ain't tripping with me. I don't give a fuck about views, nigga, they listen to me. Hate to call it feminine energy when they switching on me. Got my mind right, and they can't CP. Mind start mixing this shit just like a GC. Nigga, I remodel my kitchen off of my EP. Looking like a wizard with minds, but not from DC. Go and get your people, put some money on it. Wish I had $1 for every nigga that fronted on him. Beat drop, nigga, I'm dumping and going dummy on it. He don't stand a chance with me, hitter, I get the hunting for him. California into Hawaii, look at me stunting on him. Local Larry looking for leverage, nigga, that's nothing for him. My reach long, I'm Riddick Bowe. Money made with the counter over the shoulder roll. It's P Jizzle, the top 10, the totem pole. Beanie Siegel, bully the booth, they all know it, dog. Don't ever think these other niggas fucking with me. Clean shot straight from the shooters, I leave them dusting for me.
Like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome to all that support the channel. And as usual, we do Raising Canaan season 5, episode 7. Wow, wow. It's just gonna be me here tonight. But I'm gonna just say wow. Wow, wow. Great, great episode. I thought the episode was really, really good. Um, I have a lot of thoughts about Sasha Penn, who basically his handprint is written all over the whole Raising Canaan series. Um, but I thought the episode was really good. I thought the dialogue, as usual, was really good. Um, it's hard for us, and I know it's been a lot of chatter with doing a prequel where a lot of us are going back into the original Power. We're looking at critiquing everything that was said, and for a lot of people, they feel like the storyline doesn't line up. And in actuality, there may be some changes that they may have to make because it is ongoing. They're gonna try to stick. I would assume that they would try to stick to the storyline as much as possible. Like even now, going into episode 8, we don't know the fate of Rock. I mean, even them throwing us to that witness protection, with having her meet with the feds and her lawyer, that threw a lot of people off because we were all like, "Where did that come from?" We didn't know that was going on, but you knew the feds was watching because basically from Garcia asking about, famous and situation like that, and the Fed telling them like, yo, we all over this. So you know that the Fed is somewhere watching going on, but they're investigating Rock for basically selling the building to a guy that she didn't know. And at the end of the day, she's got connections to two mob figures. Um, Pino, who is in Manhattan, and Stefano, who is in Queens. Stefano, however they pronounce Tony Danza's name on the show. But like I said, I got 3 clips that we're gonna play, and we just gonna just talk about these clips and talk about them and really get into details. Like I said, this was a dope, dope episode. The first clip I'm gonna put up is this one.
Is the only reason you're not dead already. So don't press your luck. You grow just
And that was just a
fast.
portion of the clip where Flossie basically told Rock, like, yo, I'm done with y'all. I'm done doing business with you. Your son came to my house. Y'all brought y'all stuff, y'all extra stuff to my home. And Flossie Siegel basically told Rock, like, look, I'm done with it. And Rock was trying to, as she usually talking, trying to get her to understand. And she said, look, if it wasn't for your brother, you'll already be dead. So I do like that aspect of Flossie Siegel. I think that's what Rock needed. And as you progress through the episode, Rock is still very naive. Rock has been on this weird mission, like, and when you look at people in reality in that lifestyle, Sometimes you see the signs like, yo, your shit coming to an end. But for some reason, Rock didn't want to believe it. Rock just kept pushing, 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 pushing. Even in this aspect, pushing, 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 pushing to the point where it got crazy. Like, Rock, it's over. You got product that's running out. You got no lines. You got no connects, no plugs. You don't got no protection no more. Like, it's over for you. And even you seen that in the scene with her and Pino. Like, yo, get out. Like, I'm done with you. Like, you're just too much. Just too much going on with your name. Too much going on with you. One of your brothers, from all they know, is dead. And they don't know that Kanan killed the boy, but it's like, Rock, it's too much. You bring in too much heat around. Like, everybody else could see the signs of what the drama that Raquel Thomas and her crew has brought, but for some reason she don't see it. You've destroyed every single relationship that you've had trying to do and fix, manage, and control every little single thing. And the reality is that you've destroyed it. And your son now is wreaking havoc. You destroyed it. You created Canaan. You know, a lot of people are trying to get to how do we get to the original Canaan, and how do we get to somebody that was so cold, had so much malice in his heart? You see it. You see it from Rock. You see it. Basically, she just left him out there to cold to dry, trying to control his life, not understanding like, yo, he for the streets. And I really like that scene with Marvin told like, yo, everybody got a soft spot. Everybody has piece of their heart, and your heart is Canaan. You want Canaan to love you the way you want him to love you, and he don't love you like that. And I really appreciate that Marvin had really, really been giving her that work the last two episodes. That's what she needed to hear. That's what Rock needs to understand. And it's ultimately going to lead to her demise, whether she gets killed in episode 8 or whether she goes to prison or decides to turn state's evidence and go to witness protection program because she just don't get it. She just don't got no sense of awareness, no sense of knowing nothing. But like I said, this was a really, really good episode. And before I show the next clip, I want to just talk about Sasha Penn. I gave Sasha Penn a lot of credit. I thought Sasha Penn really has knocked Raising Kanan out the park. The first season of Raising Kanan so far was first season of Raising Kanan was really dope. The last couple have been okay, but I think he really has done a great job this season and definitely the last few episodes. But I heard Sasha Penn get questioned by the brother that does reviews, Mr. Power Universe, and he asked him like, for y'all that know, that y'all that saw the show, he killed Marvin off, and Mr. Power Universe asked him why he killed Marvin off, right? And respectfully, I didn't like Sasha Penn's answer. And his answer basically talking to his supporters. See, one thing that I don't understand about these shows or anybody, right, is when people support you, so people tune into you, people consume your product, don't come off dismissive towards what they say. Don't come off dismissive towards their opinion. But anyway, so he asked Sasha Penn about it, and Sasha Penn said to him, well, if you want to create a show and you want to have Marvin, he was like, yo, if y'all want to create a show of Raising Canaan, y'all could create it. Like, I create the show, I do what I want to do. That's literally the way it came off. And that wasn't the first time I heard Sasha Penn, but that was the first time I heard him, and he came off a little arrogant. Because at the end of the day, like I said, yeah, we're on this ride and this journey with you and respecting your intellectual property. But at the end of the day, if the fans question you, because people like Marvin, people really appreciated what Uncle Marv brought to the table. He was a ride or die. He was somebody that, if you look at London Brown and his acting, I salute London Brown. I think London Brown has knocked it out the park. I think London Brown has been the best actor in the Raising Canaan series the whole time. I think the more you gave him the depth of where he had to go to in season one with accepting who Juke was and where they had to go as actors, where he had to go this season with understanding his brother, his little brother Lulu was dead, and then even to the point of towards the end, I think London Brown really knocked out Marvin's character. And for Sasha Penn to come off, in my opinion, as very dismissive towards criticism, criticism from the consumer base, I just thought was a little arrogant. But I do appreciate what he has done with the dialogue, the character development, and so forth and so on. So I do have the clip. I know most people have seen it. Very powerful clip.
It's gonna stay with you for a while, boy. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
I'll be alright.
You won't. Not at first. You're gonna get there. But that's only because you're gonna be so dead inside by then. You ain't gonna feel nothing no more anyway.
The hell happened to you?
I'm not low down like you, Kanan. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That's why you gonna die alone, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna miss you because you ain't gonna have nobody left. We doing this or what? Pastor gonna be here soon. If you gonna do it, fucking do it.
Very good scene. Yeah, I really like that scene. I really like what Marv told him, and everybody, all of the supporters of the show have went back to when Kanan died, when he was with Tariq in that car and he had to shoot out and killed the 4 police. He died alone. And everybody's been playing that clip from the original OG Power and saying and giving London Brown and Uncle Marvin their flowers of like he really did die alone. He really did die empty. And then they're correlating when they said that he had no known survivors. So a lot of people was like, oh, his last name is Stark, but Raquel might still be around. I mean, that's us as fans in our anticipation of what we expect, or what we want. I know a lot of people. I know me and Keisha had talked about when she had told me about that Marvin died because they saw it first, Keisha and Dwayne, and then I seen it. Was basically like, how could Juke forgive him? I don't think Juke is ever going to know that he killed Marvin. I think she's going to have ideas that he may have been the one that killed her father, but I don't think she's ever going to know because I don't think she would forgive him. And I know a lot of people is like, no way, no way. Juke is too much of a rider. Juke could never forgive him for what he did to her father. I don't know about that. I just don't think that Kanan will ever let her know. Kanan, we have to understand, and even in that scene, like Marvin could have talked himself out of that. You seen the doubt in Kanan's face, like, uh, and he gave his uncle the look like, I have to kill you, but he didn't look like he really wanted to do it. He looked at hesitant, and even that aspect, and we're gonna talk about that where Breeze got the the order from Snaps and Pops that y'all gotta kill Kanan's people, which is crazy when you think about it to ask. And even Breeze pushed back a little bit on them asking Kanan to do that. That's a lot that had to ask them. And really, his expression when he found out was like, yo, F them old heads. They always talk us because the reality is they when you look at Breeze and Kanan, Snaps and Pops was playing them like puppets. Like they, it's supposed to be a business arrangement, but they wasn't getting their hands dirty. Breeze and Kanan was doing everything. And now because they got a beef with Rock, and they know that Kanan has always been beefing with his mother, they fed off of that anger that he had towards his mother and basically told him, you got to kill him. And he basically know that, he done killed his uncle. So now Breeze supposed to kill his mother. Or somebody's supposed to kill his mother. That's all he knows. So that's a lot. That's a lot going on. Like I said, this episode was dope. I'm gonna play this scene again because I really think it's a dope scene, and it gives a lot of context on the psyche of who Kanan is.
I'm not low. This gonna stay with you for a while, boy. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Mm.
I'll be alright.
You won't. Not at first. You're gonna get there. But that's only because you're gonna be so dead inside by then. You ain't gonna feel nothing no more anyway.
The hell happened, feel?
I'm not low down like you, Kanan. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That's why you gonna die alone, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna miss you because you ain't gonna have nobody left.
Well,
Low down like you, Kanan. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That's why you gonna die alone, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna miss you because you ain't gonna have nobody left. By then, you ain't gonna feel nothing no more anyway.
The hell happened, feel?
I'm not low down like you, Kanan. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That's why you gonna die alone, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna miss you because you ain't gonna have nobody left. By then, you ain't gonna feel nothing no more anyway.
The hell happened, feel?
I'm not low down like you, Kanan. You don't care about nobody but yourself. That's why you gonna die alone, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna miss you because you ain't gonna have nobody left.
look at the doubt. Look at the doubt. Look at the doubt in his eyes.
We doing this or what? Pastor gonna be here soon. If you gonna do it, fucking do what you gonna do.
Awesome. Like I said, awesome scene. London Brown really stole the show right there. But yeah, like you see the emptiness in Kanan and really like confusion right there. And then we know from, like I said, to reiterate, we know from the original Power how he died. So, like I said, I thought this episode was really good. I got one more scene before I close out, but I'm gonna give my rating. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, man. Hit us up in the chat. Let us know what your rating is. 1 being the lowest, 8 being the highest. Every week when we do our live show, we do rate the show. Let us know what you feel about episode 7, man. Like I said, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was dope. I thought the cinematography was good. I thought the dialogue with the characters and the change was really awesome. It's really good. So the last scene I'm gonna show is the scene that everybody's been talking about. I thought this scene right here would have been more, and it's the Snaps and Pops getting killed. I thought that it would give some more context. I thought that Juke would get more information out of them, knowing their plan, knowing how devious they've really been, and knowing, how they've been using, basically being puppet masters for Breeze and Kanan. Like, so I thought this scene ended the episode really good. It was towards the end.
You feel famous. Kanan's cousin.
This shit again.
We didn't kill that boy, sweetheart. We don't even know him. Police told me you dropped him.
They lying to you, girl.
I respect that she got the drop because he reached for his thing. He reached for his thing. She got the drop. I thought it would be more dialogue where she would have got more information out of them. Definitely. You know, they were still lying to the all the way out. Police played her like, and I respect that Juke was able to navigate her relationship with Garcia, even though that he's out. That to find out, like, you know, Famous was close to them. Famous was supportive of what she was doing with the music and vice versa. Plus, Famous was really Kanan's friend, his brother. So much so that we even know that he named his son after Famous as Sean. So I'm glad that, you know, Kanan didn't want to hear it, but she was like, nah, I'm gonna handle that. I'm gonna bust their ass. Like I like that she followed them, you know, in one of those. For those that don't remember, back then she was in one of those old livery cabs back in the day. You would have thought that there was an Uber if you was looking at it from a 2026 angle, but that was an Uber cab, man. I mean, a livery cab from back in the day. Them livery cabs, man, you get them $10, $15. They take you all over the boroughs. But I really appreciated that. I really like what Juke did. I like that she defended and got revenge for Famous at the end of the day because you know Kanan basically told her he wasn't thinking about that. So I liked it. Well, he thought it was good and played again.
You kill Famous. You kill Famous.
Look at the distance she from him. Smart.
Kanan's cousin.
This shit again.
We didn't kill that boy, sweetheart. We don't even know him. Police told me you dropped him.
They lying to you, girl.
Ripped him. Yeah, I like that, man. And I salute to Wendell Pierce and his lady. I forget her name offhand, but salute to both of them because Wendell Pierce is a great actor. You know, going all the way back to him when he was playing Bunk from The Wire. I mean, he's got great dialogue, gives a different perspective. And even him last year when I played a video of him and her, this role was a lot different for him in speaking on being like in this type of role. So I like what they did. I like the role they played. I wish we would have just got more. I know a lot of people been saying we should have got more depth of who they was with DEFCON, you know, High Post and all these people. But at the end of the day, this is about raising Kanan. This is all about him and where he got to where he got to. But like I said, I gave the episode an 8 out of 10. You know, hit us up in the chat. Let us know what you gave the episode. Really appreciate you guys for all the stuff that you guys do. We're supporting what we do on the channel, supporting us when we do the review shows. I intend to try to do more stuff with the review shows because I do have the opportunity to watch a lot of stuff. I'm gonna probably do a review on the Spider-Man, Odyssey. I'm gonna definitely do Fightland. I saw Fightland 3 times already, so I'm gonna probably drop something on Fightland within the next day or two. But I appreciate you guys. And remember, the best way to support what we do is to like, share, subscribe. Until then, take care.
It's the West. I go by the name of P. Grant, and I'll be your host for the evening. They say it's all about numbers. Some niggas chasing likes, some niggas chasing views, streams. Well, me, I chase dollars, and that's the difference.
Riding through the city like Eddie, I got my semi on me. Bitches better tie up their shoes if they ain't tripping with me. I don't give a fuck about views, nigga, they listen to me. Hate to call it feminine energy when they switching on me. Got my mind right, and they can't CP. Mind start mixing this shit just like a GC. Nigga, I remodel my kitchen off of my EP. Looking like a wizard with minds, but not from DC. Go and get your people, put some money on it. Wish I had $1 for every nigga that fronted on him. Beat drop, nigga, I'm dumping and going dummy on it. He don't stand a chance with me, hitter, I get the hunting for him. California into Hawaii, don't get me stunting on them. Local Larry looking for leverage, nigga, that's nothing for him. I reach long, I'm Riddick Bowe. Money made with the counter over the shoulder roll. It's P Jizzle, the top 10, the totem pole. Beanie Siegel, bully the booth, they all know it, dog. Don't ever think these other niggas fucking with me. Clean shot straight from the shooters, I leave them dusting for me.